Panel is a bridge. So we are going to look at it from this angle. Sir, town planner Moses Ogunleye, a fellow of Nigerian Institute of Town Planner. You should stay in Lagos, you operate in Lagos.
Strategies we are putting, we must first of all change the notion of those all of us who are generating waste in Lagos, and I'm sure in some other part of Nigeria. I'm sure Madam will know that statement. They will say, is describing a story of that the gutter is dirty. Gutter is dirty. How does that become your problem? The assumption is that the gutter must permanently be dirty, filled with debris, and that's not the issue. The gutter is made for public drain. Storm water that comes goes to the gutter. And that's what the gutter should take, not the waste from our domestic area. So really, people just believe they are less concerned with where their waste goes. And the other dimension is people still believe they need not pay for waste. All the theories, polluters pay, is a waste. Why should I pay for it? So anybody that is doing policy must first of all look at it from that angle. If you are going to pay for water, if you are paying for health, if you are paying for education, the waste you are also generating, you should pay for it. And the literature has established that the richer you are, the heavier your capital, your per capita waste generate. This morning they bought for me a breakfast. In that breakfast, there's a container, there's a nylon, like the one Tabla Salami is holding. The food pack is there. Toothpick is there. They wrap the toothpick. They wrap the spoon. And there is a rubber tape, the one you use in the office. So those are waste. You know how long it will take the nylon to decompose. You know how long it will take the the popular one to decompose. Look at those volume that has been generated. So those are the challenges I think anybody should look at. And I'm happy in Lagos, we have a team that is recovering those waste. It's a big business. Before you finish your party, somebody's moving around to take the waste. And that is one area where youth can get a lot of employment. If I know there will be a receiver at the other end, I'll be ready to generate, to go and take those waste. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the response. And can we now pause, sir? There is something that was discovered. And is that despite the level of education, attitude to waste do not change. You know, generally we believe that the more you get educated, the more you get informed about waste. But we were shocked when we observed that despite your level of education, there is no difference in attitude to waste management. How then do we approach that? Do we say people are not better informed? Or do we say education nowadays is less of? Or do we say we'll go into massive waste education? Or, sir, please.
Thank you very much. I want to also thank you for giving us the opportunity to be part of this discussion. I want to start by saying that there can be dimensions to attitude to waste. Whose attitude are we talking about? Is it the attitude of individuals that are working the city? Is it the attitude of the government? Is it the culture that we have imbibed over the time? The problem of waste, we cannot completely detach it from the problem of urbanization. And the reason it is becoming a problem is because the generation of waste is exceeding the carrying capacity of the managers of the city. We are in this hall, for example, the survey paper that was given to us, all the small waste that we have. If you buy something with the POS and they give you receipt, where have you dropped them since yesterday? If it were to be your office, would you have dropped them where you dropped them yesterday? There is state of anomy in every urban center. Nobody knows me. I don't know anybody. So if I do anything, I don't feel responsible for it. And then planners should know, or the government or the city managers should understand that that is going to be a prominent attitude in any urban center. If people can go to the dump sites and start picking up waste, they call them scavengers. If people can do all of that, then how do we rate the attitude of people? Some people are looking for something inside the waste. Some people are throwing something out. Who is collecting it? How are we collecting the waste? Because all of us, we normally generate waste, just like the previous speaker said. We have to generate waste. It's a must. But the problem is managing the waste. Now, our attitude at managing the waste depends a lot on the factors of the attitude of the government and the factors of the attitude of the people who live in the city. The facilities that are provided to manage the waste at these small places before it goes to the wider municipal government. So our attitude to waste, we may not be able to control ourselves if everyone do not have the right attitude to that waste. My point is, if there are no waste bin for me to drop my waste at a convenient distance, the people who manage this place have created one attitude in me. that is negative for waste management. Before you know it, I drop the waste anywhere. If I am pressed, I have to go to the toilet or something,